Thank you, Wendy, for joining me today. We're going to talk about a business event coming up September 17th. It's also the 16th. There's a VIP portion of it as well. But we want to talk about it, let you know what it is, see if you can, if you're in the area, if you are able to come join us, that would be fantastic. I'm super excited to be part of this. And I love your vision. And you shared that with your audience last week. And I was like, oh my gosh, need to share that with my audience as well. So can you share a little bit about the event and the, like you were talking about a little bit of the why?
Right. So the event is called Warrior Unchained Live, and it originated in 2019. And I had this vision for this event because I've been through a lot of stuff in my life, traumas and that sort of thing. And I felt like at one point in my life, I was like finally unchained from all of that, childhood abuse, domestic, all that stuff. And I wanted to have this event, and I was creating my talk, and I wanted to talk about moving from fear to focus. And in the process, I had hired a branding person, Jenna Skidmore, and we were going through all the language, and she's asking me all the questions. And, we came up with warrior. And then, because I felt like a warrior from leaving all of that, you kind of feel on top of the world. And originally I thought of like that, we all kind of as women, we have like this inner mama bear. And I thought, we come out, we fight for everybody else in our lives. If someone comes after our kids, we're like, rawr, mama bear comes out. But I'm like,
Totally.
When do we do that for ourselves? When do we really stand up and we allow so much more to happen to ourselves than we would somebody we love? And, and of course, not all women are moms. So I didn't want to use like mama bear or anything like that. So I said, it's a warrior that needs to come out. We have this inner warrior that needs to come out. And then, of course, the more she dug and asked me the questions, I kept saying, I just kept referring to I just feel like I've been unchained from all of that. And I just want other women to be able to be unchained from all of the past traumas and the baggage and the things that hold us back and those mindset limitations. And she's like, well, Warrior Unchained. I'm like, yeah, that's it. That's it.
And I, for me, why I'm excited to share is a really similar, and I think all of us have a story, right? That's, yeah. And I think when we don't talk about it, we assume like other people have their shit together and they haven't been through this stuff. And,
right.
So it's really awesome that you are doing this. So it's for business owners.
Yep. And aspiring. So I've met quite a few, just actually my neighbor just the other night, she was saying, I'm a stay-at-home mom and I want to do something. I want to have another identity other than mom. She's like, and I love it. Trust me. I'm not saying anything negative about it. I'm like, yeah. I get it. You need something for you. You want to help people, and so it's for aspiring entrepreneurs as well, because you need to get in the door somewhere and you need to be inspired and surrounded by a room full of women who get it. Yeah, 16th is the VIP night. So we added on like a pre-event VIP night. But the actual event is on Saturday, the 17th. Yes. Yeah, from 9 to 9.
And you're going to have Will Bowen on the VIP night.
Yeah, so for the VIP night, I reached out to my mentor because I'm like, I really want to have somebody really who people know. He's a celebrity speaker. He's been on Oprah. He's been in People magazine. A lot of people haven't heard of him, but a lot have. He's got over 15 million followers, and yes. He has spoken internationally. He has, he's a #1 best-selling international author. He's with Penguin House. He's the reason why I started speaking. So Will is the founder of A Complaint-Free World, and he started this in 2006. And it was this overnight phenomenon. People grasped to this idea, and he was a minister at the time. So he had introduced us to his church, saying, there's a lot of complaining going on, and it was inspired by, I'm going to forget the name now, of course, because I'm on the spot. Not Eckhart Tolle. I'll remember it, but it was inspired by a book, and he reached out to the author and got her blessings and the whole works. And so he started this movement. And so basically all it is he teaches you what complaining is, what it's not, what it means not to complain, the 5 reasons why we complain, which he uses the acronym GRIPE, GRIPE. And then it gives you tools of actually how to stop yourself and the people around you from complaining. So it truly is life-changing when you stop complaining. And it's not saying that you have to stop communicating when you're upset. It's just a tool to learn how to communicate more efficiently, going
Yeah.
to the person or whoever can actually solve the problem instead of like gossiping to all your friends and complaining over and over and over. And you know, it actually affects your brain. It shrinks your hippocampus.
Yeah.
They've done studies on it at
Yes.
Stanford University.
And that's just like the taster. So the
Right.
17th is all the speakers. So I'm going to be speaking and I'll share what I'm talking about in a
Yes.
second, but who else and what kind of topics are people speaking on?
Well, the event's in Wisconsin Dells and we have speakers coming from all over. So I've got Alexis Caldecott. She's from New York. She speaks on content creation and marketing and how to, you know, really market yourself in a way that you're closing the deal. And
Mhm.
she's phenomenal at what she does. She has a team, event marketing. Her specialty is event marketing, but she's like a genius of all things marketing. So we've got Donna Smith Bellinger. She's coming from Chicago and she is the queen of sales. Like this woman could sell an ice cube to an Eskimo. Seriously. She's phenomenal. We've got Nicole Magic coming from Rhode Island. And she works with mindset and manifestation and kind of getting out of your own way and attracting all the good things to yourself. We've got Sue Gresham, the LinkedIn lady. So she'll teach you, and I need this a lot, is how to leverage your LinkedIn to be seen, you know, because there's certain things you have to do on LinkedIn. And she's like, you know, she's like the master of LinkedIn. We've got Lisa Rabel, and she'll be doing your power pitch. So you have to know how to do your elevator pitch. And I struggle with that. And of course, you'll be joining us coming from like the Milwaukee area, correct? Yeah. And so of course, you're our mindset transformation coach.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So I ran a business in 2007 to 2012 with trauma, and I didn't know it was there. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know I had it, and it really messed with my business. It made that business fail. It made me feel like a failure. It made me burn out. It made me not have good boundaries. And once I learned about it, it was like a light switch, like, oh, this is why I'm doing these things. I'm not stupid. I'm not less than. I'm not meant to not succeed. Right.
Right.
And it was just like this huge thing. And that's what I'm passionate about today, is telling people, look, you think you're stuck, or you think you're lazy, or you think you're stupid, you think you're a procrastinator, and it's not. It's your past programming. It's your experiences. And when you learn those, right, like you did, you become unchained, and then you can run your business the way you want. And I really think we're given business owners, it's a calling. It's a thing you're supposed to do in this life, and past trauma can really stop you. And so healing that, dealing with that, becoming aware of that, understanding that is key to being able to succeed. So that's what I'm going to be talking about. And, you know, your nervous system affects your mental health. It affects, you know, our lives in these really powerful ways, and we can heal. So it's like, you want to become aware of it so that you can have compassion with yourself, but also you have shit to do in this world.
Yes.
So you need to go do it. And that's why I love, you know, you are a warrior. Past stuff is just stopping you from behaving that way, right? You're bogged down. So really operating that way. And I love what you're doing with this conference, because you're kind of assuming, you're like, hey guys, you are a warrior. Here's what you need to shine. Here's what you need to sell. Here's what you need to promote yourself. Here's what you need to have the right mindset. Like really giving tools so we can step into that, which I think is very powerful. And I'm super excited to be part of this. So
yeah. And what I found too is what I found interesting, even at the first event, is, you know, one woman in particular who I knew, and she was just like, she's got this confidence. And she said she walked into the conference thinking, well, this will be fun and I'll learn some things. But she's like, it's a lot more powerful. I didn't realize, like, when I had to say things out loud, like I am worthy or I am enough, it would bring me to tears, because she's like, oh, that's bringing something up for me. Because when you say those things out loud, and if you have that emotional response, like that's bringing something up for you, like either you really feel it or you don't really feel like that's true. And it brings up those things. So I've always said, like, just like you said, to succeed in business, like you got to work on that personal crap that you're carrying around, because you're going to hit a wall, you know, is that I'm not enough. And what you want is right on the other side of it. If you can just break through it.
We have a lot of spaces in business for planning and learning, you know, marketing or learning these different things, but not in this atmosphere of like, here's your time to heal you, because you are your business. So super excited.
And everyone in the audience, it's just, you know, if you've ever been to like your favorite concert and there's that energy in the room and everyone's excited and you kind of feed off of each other, that's what it's like at this conference. And that's what all the feedback I got was like, even my own daughter who doesn't like to be around a lot of people, she's like, it was such a strange feeling to feel like I just belonged there, and it's just a very supportive atmosphere of women who are all there for the same thing, and they're so willing to support you and each other. Yeah.
I'm going to link below this video in the comments how to register and learn more and get your butt there if you are at all free on September 17th. And this is the kind of thing you're like, yep, I definitely need this. So thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm just can't wait to hear your whole talk and get to see everybody in person again.